everybody! Welcome to a flip-flopped Sunday fun day, because Megan's here and I'm there.
Well, sometimes I am over here.
Yeah, sometimes. We just like to fuck with your expectations. So, as y'all can see, we saw the major new movie that came out this week, Tomb Raider, and we're gonna tell you whether this holds up to the video game curse and, hey, just more piece of shit, or did it finally seem to be a good one, concerning I think the last good video game movie was Mortal Kombat? Or a video game based movie, I should say. Doesn't help when UA Bull, hey, I'm gonna show a lot of shit after shit after shit. Thanks, Bull. So, as always, we're gonna let Megan lead us off here, so what did you think of Tomb Raider? The quick little introduction to our whole thing of Tomb Raider. I know about the games, never played them. And I think Megan's about the same way.
Yeah, I've never played them. I have never even seen the Angelina Jolie movies.
Same here.
So.
Well, I've seen like parts of them. I just never could pay attention because they're just dull to me.
So pretty much we're both going into it blind.
Yeah. Well, I know a little bit of the game this is based off. This the 2011 Tomb Raider, I think is what it is. Somewhere around there. It's the reboot of the Tomb Raider franchise, which is the reason why this lady, she's not super busty, much like the new Lara Croft is. So, what did you think of this now that I stepped on your toes?
I liked it.
You liked it? Didn't love it?
Yeah, I liked it well enough.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the heroine of the story, she was very realistically badass. Like, she wasn't getting shot up with all these bullets and just
straight off like
a champ, just like that's all you get.
Yeah. And not only that, but she didn't just like willfully just go around and murder a ton of dudes just willy-nilly. Like we're gonna kind of spoil a little of the movie, but to be fair, to talk enough about this movie, we have to give a bit of spoilers. So we'll go ahead and give you a little bit of spoiler alert. And I will say I did enjoy this movie as well. So there, if you want to go on that as your recommendation, it's like, hey, sure, go see this. There you go. We both enjoyed it. We do, and would say recommend go see this. Go ahead, and I'm going to say one thing. Don't see it in 3D. If you see it in 3D, it's worthless.
It really adds nothing to it.
Yeah, like every now and then it's like, oh, here's a foot out of nowhere. Like, all right.
Yeah, we just had a really shitty showtimes. Like, that was the only decent one.
Yeah, so when saw it there, and it was a thing that we had on over our glasses. That was a great, wonderful thing. It's like, cool.
Yeah, like I hate 3D glasses. They just don't sit on my nose right because of my own glasses. Like, get off me.
Yeah. So, with that all being said, yes, Lara Croft, the young lady who plays her, I'm sorry if I'm going to
Alicia
butcher.
Vikander?
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce her name.
Something like that.
Oh, please go. Yeah, Alicia Vikander. She's a younger actress. I know she's well known for doing very dramatical roles. She's also known for doing very critically acclaimed roles. And you can tell in this, she does do a fairly good job with when she's supposed to be dramatic, when she's supposed to have emotions and all that. But also, she's kind of badass in this. But to a good, understandable extent.
I'll tell you, like I said, she's very
realistic.
Yeah, she's realistically badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they established early on that she sort of knows how to fight, and like she's really smart and really cunning.
Mm-hmm. She loves puzzles, stuff like that, which is like, all right, that's actually really cool. But they showed that she is not, one who can go around and just not get hurt, like with the newest Die Hard movie where Prince John McClane and his son are just jumping through windows and it's not even bugging them.
Mm-hmm.
Here, she gets the shit beat out of her many times. She gets stabbed at one point, and it legitimately is slowing her down. She's actually in pain. She does show she does have pretty much knowledge of stuff, which keeps in with the Lara Croft character. That she's very smart and also very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not just cunning, but ingenuitive. Like, she's kind of MacGyver-ish in a way.
Not ingenious. What is that? Just
Ingenuitive, as I said.
how's it? Not really a word, honey.
Charlie, explain that,
I know what
please.
you're talking about. It's like very resourceful.
Yeah, she's very resourceful. And that makes for a very good character to watch throughout the entire film. She's the main character, thankfully.
And sorry, baby.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that physically, I like this. Like she was fit. I mean, she wasn't like this scrawny little nothing, but she was like just fit enough to like. Cause there's one scene like kind of seeing the trailers where she's precariously on this airplane that crashed.
Airplane's wing.
Yeah, the airplane wing, and not really a spoiler. It starts.
Crumbling around her. It's been sitting there since obviously the 40s.
Yeah, she's able to like jump onto it and then jump like, and it's very realistic that she's able to do all this. Because I kept thinking like, oh my god, I'd be much too fat to be doing that.
Nah, you ain't, baby. No. But she does, again, she gets injured during it. She has to fight her way through things. And I like that.
Yeah.
It harkens back to the old days of adventure films. Like, you didn't have an invincible superhero of a main character. That's an issue that I know some people can have with superhero films. I totally understand it. That superheroes kind of can shrug off normal hits that would just fell a poor puny soul like myself. But, and again, we still have superheroes that do get injured fairly easily, such as Captain America, Spider-Man, others, obviously. But, not going to get into that debate for a whole other day. But again, like I said, she's a real character throughout this. She's a real person. And that's wonderful. It's good to see.
Yeah, and thinking about the action sequences, maybe it was just me, but it seemed very like organic.
Yeah, there was a little bit every now and then. There was a bit of quick editing that kind of was like, okay, no, let the scene sit for a little bit longer. But it was never, it wasn't too much. It wasn't egregious. Like, I've seen it before where it's like, okay, quick. Resident Evil Final Chapter, anybody?
Well, I just mean like it was a bit more organic to how things would progress.
Yeah. And not only that, but at one point, and it's a really good sign of how you have a good actress playing this character, she has to kill a guy. And she does it with her bare hands, and she's actually legitimately kind of freaked out at it.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good bit. And whenever, like, later on you see her with the bow and arrow shooting a few guys, it doesn't seem like she's actually killing them, because a lot of them she's
like
shooting
in the shoulder or in the leg or something.
like maybe sort of in the side, but it's not, but obviously it's not going in like,
yeah, she's not really going for a kill shot.
Yeah, I mean, one guy gets blown the fuck up, but that was by her hand.
Yeah, a couple guys get killed by her, but it's either like in self-defense or I don't think it's really a spoiler, like just trying to,
She's surviving.
Trying to save the world.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. That harkens back to the video game. What I know about is that she's not a ruthless killer. She doesn't just go around murdering people. And there is, I will say, those who have obviously seen the trailers, there is a nod to the original with the two freaking big pistols that she carries around from the original games. Like, I like that little nod. But again, it's something that, just to let y'all know, that's at the end of the movie. That's like a little extra scene they threw in at the top.
They made a big deal about, what was his name? Was it Nick Frost?
Yeah, and they kind of show him, like, he's in it for two scenes, that and that scene.
Yeah, the scene at the beginning where she pawns some money to be able to find the island thingy.
Pawn some money, huh?
Pawn some things.
She pawns a, pretty much, it's an heirloom from her dad.
Yeah. I'm trying to get into too many details.
Yeah. Well, eventually we're going to have to get into some details, because I will talk about the two things that kind of bothered me in the movie. The first thing, and it's something that I understand that it was a creative choice. They wanted to tell us about this character, so it takes a good 20 minutes till we get to the island. Okay, I totally get that. And there is some action, there is some good character bits and everything. I felt like it could have been sped up a little bit. Like, it kind of lingered a little too long, or like, hey, this one action sequence, it's a chase sequence at one point. Not the Fox one, but the other one in Hong Kong.
Yeah,
When these guys steal her bag, and it's like, okay, that scene kind of lingered almost.
her chasing them and them chasing her. It's like, didn't we just do this? Didn't we just see this?
Yeah, it almost goes a little too long, but it leads with a laugh by the end of it. It's like, okay, I will be able to be put up with it. But yeah, it kind of, you almost want it, it's like, all right, let's get to the meat of it. And you want the story to begin moving. Because it does feel like the story does take a little bit to start up.
Yeah.
And the other thing, and this is the reason why we got to spoil a little bit, and that's Dominic West, her dad. Big reveal. He is, like, at first, like, during most of this movie, she thinks her dad's still alive and he's on this island. She's going to find him. Everybody knows that if you see the trailers. Well, she meets
Matthias. Yeah, he's gone missing. Nobody knows what happened to him.
Yeah, she meets a guy. His name is Matthias, or might be Matthias. I can't pronounce it.
Matthias.
Yeah, Walter Gibbons.
Goggins.
Yeah, we laughed our asses off at him in Death Cure with his no nose.
If I only had a nose.
Yeah. But I was trying to disrespect or something. Sorry, I gotta fix myself here, people. I'm like falling. But yeah, he's actually pretty good in this. He is legitimately like freaky bad guy. He's not just evil for evil's sake. He's
not just
yeah, he's doing it because he wants to see his family, which is actually like, all right, I kind of get it, but his means are just way over line, which, all right, that makes for a good bad guy.
Yeah, pretty much his employers are like, okay, well, you're staying on this island until you find this thing that we're looking for.
Yeah.
And it's been like 7 long years. It's like, I want to go home and see my family.
Yeah, and you can understand that. Again, his means are way over.
I would say the desperation and the frustration, I totally get that. And he was, like, surprisingly for a villain, like, grounded in reality, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, okay, good on you there, movie. Yeah, he's really good, and he says that he had killed Laura's dad. And she kind of is bummed out on that, and she kind of seems to lose a little bit of hope and fight in her, which you've already seen that she's a fighter throughout the entire film.
yeah.
And then you get the great scenes with her by herself just kind of surviving, trying to live through this, like, pretty much chase sequence. It's really well done. Yeah. It is ripped a bit from video games, but hey, that's fine. That's what video game people wanted, and I'm fine with this too, because it still looks really awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happens. She ends up killing the guy and gets kind of torn up about it. And surprise, Laura's dad's still alive. Mm-hmm. And he's a dickhead. Like, he's an unmitigated cock goblin of the worst order. And I could like, he goes on this big rant, like, oh, you shouldn't have came looking for me. You left her a puzzle. I left express instructions for you to do this. You know who your daughter is.
And I was like, you were the one that raised her. I was like, well, I'm not that man anymore. It's like, you still raised her. It's like, she is a product of you, of the man that you used to be.
Yeah, and it's like, well...
It's like, you're surprised that she's like the old you?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, well, now he's going to be able to get this thing, because they're coming across, obviously, his tomb. And he's like, if they're able to get a hold of this, they're going to be able to kill half the population.
Yeah, resurrect, like, this Empress lady who will, like, bring about death and destruction, and
yeah.
It's like, yeah, in a way, it's like, just not in the way that they were originally thinking.
Yeah. And also, here's the big thing. The dad seems to really know what this means, or how. He never explains it to Laura. Like, there's so many times, like, he keeps saying, like, oh, you should let me die, or this, or that, or you shouldn't do this. But he never explains why. It's like, alright, quit playing the fucking pronoun game and just say what's going on. Alright. Here's what it is. You do this, everybody's gonna die because of this thing. Just spoil a little bit, it turns out there's a plague. And doesn't really explain about the plague, which is cool. It actually leaves it as a mystery. As it could be something that can come up later or anything like that.
I was saying, it's like kind of this era of like magic and mysticism and stuff. But as you know, like there's kind of a rational scientific explanation for at least most everything.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a single thing that was left unexplained by.
Except for why was his name Richard? Richard Croft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why he was such a Richard. And he was just a fucking dick.
Like you couldn't just.
Yeah.
Damn arm off.
There's so many times like he's such a dickhead, and he kind of
Being a smart guy, he's kind of dumb.
Yeah, for him being as smart as he is, he's just a stupid man.
Yeah. He's
the stupidest smart person I've ever seen.
Yeah, like his daughter was able to figure out, like, oh, this is not what this thing means. This is what this thing means. And it's like she was able to figure that out. I was like, and he wasn't.
Yeah, it's like, okay, what the hell? Yeah, he's a low point throughout the movie. Just because Dominic West can be a good actor, he can also do some good hamminess here and there. He's not given good material. It's just what they do with Richard Croft is forgettable and borderline kind of stupid.
I was like, I really didn't mind him very much right until they were like actually in the tomb. And it's like, okay, something, father-daughter moments, I don't need them anymore. Just, get on with the story.
Yeah, because they go through like all these shops. They're actually really good and really well done. It's like, all right, this reminds me of a Tomb Raider game right here. It's like, gotta solve a puzzle to keep yourself from dying. Yeah.
It's like, it walks in, it's like, no floor. It's like, what happened to the floor? It's gone.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
It's like,
yeah.
It's like, what the fucking thing happened?
Yeah, beyond that though, this is actually a pretty fun little sit. It's an enjoyable movie. If you are a hardcore Tomb Raider fan of the old humongous boob Lara Croft, you're gonna hate this because you're a man-child. If you think that video games cannot be made into movies, they have to make it exactly how I want it to be without cutting out any superfluous characters. No, how dare you? You're going to hate this movie because you're an asshole. But if you're somebody who is eager to see what they're going to be able to do with the source material that was given, I think you're going to enjoy this. I rather enjoy this. And in fact, I have the game because it was Xbox. The Xbox, of course. It was one of the games with gold, and I was like, oh, sure, why not? And I'm now looking forward to playing it. I think even Megan wants to now play it, possibly. You're curious about the game more. Yeah, there's a lot of survival stuff in it. It's a little bit more expanded.
The organization they mentioned, Trinity. It's like, that sounds like something that would be from the games. Maybe it was mentioned in the other movies that neither one of us have seen.
But I do like it kind of builds a world from that. It's like, there is obvious setup for a sequel, but at the same time, there doesn't have to be a sequel if they don't want to. But I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel, I'll say that much. I'm eager to see one.
Yeah, I would say it's like, if you don't know that this is based on a video game, it's like, I don't think you could really tell that much. It seems like this awesome action game with this, like, badass heroine.
Action game?
Action game. Action...
Film?
Film.
It's been a long day for Megan.
Yes. Yes, it has.
Yeah, this is a good action movie. Like, I don't think anybody's going to walk in this and be like, ugh, seen it, done. One, because we don't have these adventure movies anymore. Like, really, I'm thinking about it, and I can't figure out one.
Yeah, not to be one of those people, but we don't have very many with, female leads.
Yeah, we don't have very many like that.
It's all about, these manly he-men. It's like, oh, here, let me get the job done, woman. It's like, fuck you. It's like, a woman can be just as capable, just as badass as a man. Just...
So you ask her to open up a jar.
Or lift something heavy.
Yeah.
I will even admit. It's like, if I get somebody else to do it, it's like, I don't care if it's a man or another woman. It's like, can somebody please lift that? It's like, I'm not...
Yeah, she's a weenie sometimes, but I love her.
She's seen you with spiders.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Don't kill it.
It's like, but don't kill it. It's like, come get this thing. It's like, but don't kill it. It's like, just like capture it somehow and like set it free. Just like take it outside. Just away from me. But don't kill it.
She is very obviously a woman, folks. But yeah, like
nice,
I said,
nice and sexist, honey. I was like, you are marrying this though.
Mm-hmm. I know, I'm looking forward to it.
I was like, you get to put up with this craziness.
You get to put up with this. So.
You ain't near as crazy as me.
I ain't seen it yet.
All the time we've been together, I think I would have. Anyway, let's get back.
Yeah, about Tomb Raider. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy this movie. If you like action movies, you like adventure movies, you're gonna enjoy this. There's nothing you could much ask for. Maybe, like I said, maybe the story kind of have a little bit more punch with certain little bits, like Laura's dad, let him be less of a dick. And also, if the story got moving a little bit quicker, like maybe just like 15 minutes shaved off. I like that there's character development, but after a while, I'm like, alright, enough character development. Let's go. It's like, alright, well, you're pretty. You got your makeup on. Let's get in the car because we needed to leave. But hey.
How's my hair?
Yeah, if I'm going to give this anything, I give it a solid 8. This is a good solid 8 movie. This is not going to be anybody's favorite movie of the year, but it's not going to be anybody's least favorite. Those who are hating it are such fucking children.
Yeah.
That's the way to describe it.
Yeah, I give it a solid 8 as well. I mean, it's not perfect by any means. I'm not entirely sure, like, what all bothered me about it, that I'm holding back from giving it even so much as a 9, but...
To me, it's Richard. He's too much
I don't know, it
Richard.
just doesn't feel like... I mean, it's certainly not a perfect 10, but it doesn't feel like a 9 movie either. Like, it just feels like a good, solid 8.
Yeah, this is a movie, like, if one of your friends invites you to go see it, you're not going to feel bad about going and go see it. Unless you're, like I said, you just hate humans or something.
Yeah, just always say it's like, just, you can miss it in 3D.
Yeah, 3D is completely forgettable.
So it adds nothing to it.
Yeah, it's just something to have over your glasses if you wear glasses, or something to have on your face.
It's like,
Pardon.
I feel like a little kitten. Like, get it off.
So, yeah, that's Tomb Raider, and we might have another video here just a little bit because I have to show Megan something. Because next week, we do have this coming up. So, yeah. We gotta show Megan Pacific Rim. Might have I have never seen it, we haven't been doing for a while, but hey, keep forgetting about it more than anything. So, yeah, go see Tomb Raider. Well worth it. And we'll be back maybe here in a little bit, or if not, it'll be next week with Pacific Rim Uprising. I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm probably gonna jizz my pants when the title screen comes up. So until then, everybody, we'll see y'all next week. So bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.